Well, hello there. This is Brooks Hitsfield with Seven Sons and GrazeCart. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can use GrazeCart to manage and grow your wholesale clients and also save a lot of time and a lot of headaches along the way. So if you're watching this video, then you're probably already either using GrazeCart or you're researching whether or not this is a tool that's a good fit for your farm. And by now, you know that our tool is built specifically for farmers to help grow direct-to-consumer sales through pickup location, shipping through FedEx and UPS directly to your customer's door, on-farm sales as well. But a lot of folks don't realize, or at least they're not utilizing the tool to also manage their wholesale clients. And it's very easy to do. You got to just lay a little bit of groundwork inside the platform. That takes some upfront investment. But if you take the time to figure this out and set it up, then it's going to save you a lot of time and expensive mistakes along the way. A lot of you know that at our farm, sevensons.net, if you go ahead and check out our website, the entire site here and online store is built using GrazeCart. We use it to manage all of our pickup customers, folks that we ship to directly through UPS and FedEx, as well as all of our wholesale clients. So whether it's a restaurant, butcher shop, retail store, every single transaction is going to move through our GrazeCart site, which is incredibly valuable to keep all of your inventory in one place. And also it gives us one place to go and check in on our sales and revenue reports. That way we can easily check in on the health of our business to see if we're going in the right direction. We don't have to pull a report in our accounting software and then some other tool or spreadsheet. Wherever we're managing all the different type of sales channels and customers that we serve, we can go in on one place. It takes a few seconds to do that. So there's a lot of reasons why it's a good idea to try and find one platform that can manage all the different sales channels and ways that you sell to different type of customers. So what we're going to do is get into my test site here and kind of just walk through how you would set up this whole process and kind of really our experience and how we manage our wholesale clients at Seven Sons. So I'm on a test website here. The first step that you're going to need to do is actually go in and do, like I said, a little bit of groundwork, but you're going to want to create a separate pricing group for your wholesale customers. Because if you have restaurants and retail stores buying from you, then you're obviously probably giving them some sort of discount so they can mark up your products and match your retail prices. So the way to do this, if you go to settings, and there's more information or documentation regarding pricing groups if you want to check that out as well. But we come into pricing groups here. I already have a few pricing groups set up, and again, you can create multiple pricing groups for different types of customers. We create, a pricing group for people who are serviced through our shipping program because we build in the cost of shipping into the price of the product, as well as multiple different pricing tiers for certain type of wholesale clients. So you can see I already have some created, but just for the example of the video, I'll create another wholesale, and I'll just call this wholesale 2.0. So this is basically a pricing tier. Now that I've added this to globally to the website, I can come in, this is step 2, I can go into all of my products, and let's see, we'll click on chuck roast here, and we can go to the price and weight tab. And of course, you know how to price your products for the website. These are the global pricing. But if you scroll down to the bottom, I gotta move my face here. There's this other pricings section. So on here, you can go ahead and assign any of those pricing groups that you create in the main settings. So I just created that wholesale 2.0. So let's say that maybe for this, for my wholesale clients, I charge $6 a pound for the chuck roast. You can enter in a sale price as well. That way, if you toggle this item to go on sale, you can also add a discount for your wholesale clients if that applies to you. So that's the steps as far as your products. So since you'll probably have a different discount for every single product for your wholesale clients, you can just go into each one and assign what that price is for every single individual item. So I come back in here to ground lamb, go through the whole process again. So once you have the wholesale pricing group assigned to all of your products, the next step is to add your wholesale customers into GrazeCart. So what you can do is you can have your clients set up an account and register on the front end of your website if you can convince them to do that. But again, you're probably dealing with chefs and grocery store buyers and people who are very, very busy. So we actually we'll take the time to set up our wholesale accounts inside the back end of GrazeCart for our clients. We don't make them take that step on our website. And you're probably going to find that that's the case for you as well. These folks are busy. You don't necessarily want to put that burden on them. So what I do is I come over here to the customers tab. If I'm adding a new wholesale customer, you can go right in here, add their first name, and of course all of their info, create their own password that if you would like, you can share it to them if you want them to place their own orders on your website. And you can select their default pickup location if that makes a difference for you. But once you create the customer, they'll obviously be in your customer list here. I'm going to go on an account I already have created. Now, so the next step in the process is now that you've created your wholesale pricing tier for all of your products, you need to also assign that wholesale pricing tier to your wholesale customer. That way that pricing tier applies to them instead of your default retail pricing tier. So if you go to the settings tab on the customer's account, you can come over here to where it says pricing group, and you can assign any one of the custom pricing groups that you've created. So I'll just assign wholesale 2.0 and click save. So now, say this was Bob Brooks was a restaurant. He owned a restaurant nearby. Now that I've created his account, I could go ahead and share with him his login info and ask him to go to my online store and place orders directly off the website. Now again, you are dealing with chefs, people who are very busy. So we actually have had a lot of hard time convincing our wholesale customers to actually place their own orders on our website. A lot of them just like to text us and send emails and things like that. Now, if you're more strict than we are at Seven Sons, of course, you could just let them know that this is a requirement for doing business with you to save yourself some time. But we actually just let our wholesale buyers still send us text messages or emails. We try to get them to send emails to keep it all in one place. And then we'll enter their orders every week for them. And you might think that sounds like a lot of time, but it's actually very easy to do. So if Bob Brooks emailed me an order, I would just come up here to create order and assign his delivery date or deadline date and pickup date, his payment method. We use the sales channel to track wholesale separately from like other sales channels on our sales reports, so you can assign that. And now that you're on the back end here, you can just go ahead and add the items that they've mentioned on their email. So let's say I add chuck roast here, and again, since we applied that wholesale discount ahead of time, you're going to see that it automatically pulls that wholesale pricing. So again, it might sound like a lot of work to actually take the time to add all your wholesale prices in the GrazeCart, but you're probably already referencing that information on a spreadsheet somewhere else that you're sharing with your team members or whatnot. So if you take the time to just get your wholesale pricing assigned to the products in GrazeCart, you can delete that old spreadsheet or whatever old system that you were using. And as you create orders on here, it just will automatically pull the appropriate price. I don't have to go reference the price somewhere else and change it as I'm adding items to this order. So this is much easier than trying to manage it inside of QuickBooks and having to manually change the pricing when you go to bill a wholesale client. So I would add all the items to the order here. You can confirm the order by coming up here. You can also send your client an order confirmation once you've created it. Let's see, I click confirm. It's going to require a phone number because it requires a phone number on the front end, but you can just fill this field with any bogus information if you don't want to put their actual phone number on there. And then from there, of course, you can, as usual, you can print invoices and packing lists real easily from the back end here. You can send, obviously, notifications to the wholesale client and manage payments as well. So again, we make our wholesale customers place orders on Mondays. So we just get a bunch of emails on Monday. Someone will take the time to enter those emails as orders into GrazeCart. It takes just a few minutes to do. They're not having to update pricing or anything like that. And then we just print out the invoices and we have them ahead of time for the delivery day. So you can see how this can help save a lot of time in managing your wholesale pricing, your customers. And then inventory is a big one too. Since we're manually entering these orders, It makes sure that we're pulling these items out of our online inventory. We don't have that risk of overselling on something, for our retail customers, and we don't have to manage, we don't have to reconcile our inventory with some other, software that we're using for our wholesale clients if those software don't talk, don't speak to each other. So again, if you take the time to do the groundwork, you set this up, it is going to save you hours and hours throughout the year as you're managing your wholesale accounts. So this is how it's all set up. Once you're get on a groove, you're entering these orders every single week or however often your clients order. Obviously, you can go into your product sales reports. You can see the all of your revenue all in one place using GrazeCart. So I hope that this video was helpful and that you feel inspired to put the time into laying the groundwork for this and saving yourself a lot of time then in the long run. Because again, it does take upfront work to do, but that will definitely pay off in the long run. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. If you are inspired to continue to receive more content from us, then be sure wherever this gets hosted to subscribe and like the video. And if you have any questions, feel free to let us know in the comments. So talk soon.